How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review and a little bit of triple, big time, triple time kind of IPA action in the form of Carton Brewing SUPEREGO. This is a hefty motherfucker, so buckle up for this one. No idea about this beer. I'm going to read the side, didn't even read the can, didn't do anything on it, so we're just going to dive right in and see what she's got. As far as what it says on the can, it says drink off the beaten craft. SUPEREGO, India Pale Ale, India Pale Ale, India Pale Ale. Get it? Triple India Pale Ale. 13% alcohol by volumes, 13 SRM, 130 IBUs, a whole bunch of 13s. Carton Brewing on the side here with the little story time. Excuse me. We have not much to analyze about SUPEREGO. Sometimes you just covet a dank triple IPA to sip on. So that's what we made. Multiple hops, multiple malts, and multiple yeasts combined in a way to sate the dank side of our passion. Drink SUPEREGO because it's the dankness you love. That's pretty much it. On the side here, it says proudly brewed and canned by us. I was going to say U.S. McHammer, don't hurt him. At our brewery in our town, Carton Brewing Company, Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Now, the reason why I read that is just recently, over the past month or so, this is January 2017, Carton has started contracting some of their beers out of Two Roads. 3 or 4 of their beers out of there. So, some of the stuff is not coming from Carton anymore. Still their recipes still being made the same way. So, the beer should be just as good. Sean Lawson did Sip of Sunshine out of Two Roads for years. So, pretty much all of it came out of there for years. So, it's not like it's a bad thing for beer. Just you get more of it, so that does not suck. But this one apparently comes from in the brewery itself, and label-wise, it's essentially every Carton label. They're all exactly the same, except for this little kind of hand-drawn image thing they do, and coloration and words. So I dig it. Get a little Carton Teku here. Not that I'm the biggest fan of Teku, but I figured I'd go a little bit of proper glassware just for fun. And triple IPAs, man. Not the biggest triple IPA guy, unless they're aged, which this one is not. But there's some that can do it for me, so hopefully this one shows and proves. It's just the 13%. Once you get up in that range, the hop trade-off to the ABV, I don't really see how much betterness you're getting out of it. But there's exceptions to the rule. So, index finger, weird kind of brown-orange tinted head on it. Nice creaminess, pillowy top to it. Really crazy, deep, viewable. Like you can look into the head itself bubble-wise. So it's pretty unique. Pour, and it looks like a triple IPA. And be like, okay, sure, whatever. It looks like a triple IPA. No, it does. It has that kind of... the ones that I've had over the years, not that I've drank a ton of them, but the ones I've had over the years usually have this kind of like, not super hazy, kind of muted brown orangeness to it, which this has to a T. Very subtle carbonation, and that's pretty much it. So yeah. Let's see if we can get a nose on this one. Yeah, see, that's the thing with these triple IPAs. And not really getting much out of it nose-wise. I mean, date-wise, this was canned 9 to 11 days ago. So it's not old at all. I get a very little bit of a non-abrasive kind of piney dankness. It's super subtle, and I'm not really getting much malt sweetness out of it either. Yeah, just a kind of generic kind of malt sweetness, that super light kind of piney dankness, and that is it. It smells like a very small beer. Doesn't get anywhere close to 13%. Yeah, just really just not much there nose-wise on this beer, so let's see what she has in the mouth. Kind of nervous. Cheers. Really bitter. Really bitter. Like, it's not even, I wouldn't even go dank bitter on this. I would just go straight up old school, palate smacking, West Coast, Pliny Jack to the max, pine sappiness, bark sappiness kind of bitter. Yeah, And that be that. There's a sweetness there, and it's pretty big, but that bitterness is even bigger to the point where it just kind of like can't even not. I don't want to say get past it because that's not a super negative thing because I know some people that would love this, but yeah, we're talking bitter. There's like this kind of marmalade-y kind of orangey thing. Did I just say orange marmalade? I can't believe I just fucking said that. I'm gonna stab myself in the fucking face. Seriously, I hate that fucking word. I haven't brought it up in a long time either. Oh my god, can't believe I just said that. But it's like an orange, like candied orange, but like jellied kind of candied orange underneath it. But that bitter hop on top is just so old school West Coast. That it just, oh god, just reminds me a lot of the beers that I had back in the day. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Like there's, like I said, the sweetness is there, a little bit smaller than the bitterness. You get that little kind of orange, kind of jelly kind of thing going on underneath, but everything is absolutely pales in comparison to the bitterness going on this. So yeah, and then like I said, they talk about dankness on here. It's not really a dank beer for me. It doesn't give me like a weedy smoking or kind of dankness or like an oniony dankness. This is just pine tree, sappy pine, barky tree kind of bitterness on there. And yeah, screams old school. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better triple IPAs I've had as of late? It would pretty much have to default into that because I think I've had about maybe 5 or 6 triple IPAs over the past year or two. It's just not, and actually, the last triple IPA I had was one of theirs. They're all orange everything, which was from Carton and Other Half Collab. Probably the other one was all green everything from Other Half, and then maybe Devil Dancer from Founders or something like that. So it kind of defaults there, but all of them really kind of missed the mark. The only real triple IPA that does it for me is 120, and I wouldn't even classify that as triple IPA. It's just its own entity, and I like those aged. So curious to see how one of these would age, but I only have one can. So, so yeah, default into that, but at the same time, it's not a style that I typically kind of fawn over. Value and availability, brewery only stuff. Do you know what I mean? You got to go out there and get it and pay whatever. I'm assuming with the malt bill and the hops in this is probably pushing $20 for it back. Could be wrong, but I'm guessing. And just say if you like what we like this. Pretty much what I said during the review. If you like your old school West Coast IPAs, you like triple IPAs, but more specifically your old school West Coasters. If you like getting fucking lit up like a fucking candle on fucking Christmas, pick this up too because you're talking about 13% beer. That if you the nose is small as fuck, and if you extract the bitterness from it, it's just something you can crush the shit out of. And I know some people really love that kind of bitterness, so this is definitely a roofie in the glass level stuff. And just say, yeah, it's there. It's interesting in a sense that it's cool to taste something that is that bitter, but it's not something I would revisit, except for multiple years of age. I'd like to see this for about 5 years on it. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below and like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice triple IPA right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.